All right, hello Dayton. So for today, we're gonna get some new exercises and warm-ups, some cool techniques. We're gonna get your smooth criminal on the guitar and also on the drums. We will recap part one and two of the Mortal Kombat theme, right there and there from the last video lessons, and then this video lesson we'll get part three, so we can have all the parts to the Mortal Kombat theme. For the drums, get some more warm-ups and exercises. Also, a smooth criminal. We'll get the simplified version of it, and then the actual version. The actual version is pretty difficult, so we'll just focus on the simplified one for now. But I'll show you the actual one. And then we will also recap the man in the mirror, just all those parts. So to start off, we'll get some alternate picking. If you remember to place the part right here, let me full screen it so you can see. So you're going to place this part of your hand underneath your thumb, right above thickest string. And we're just going to pick kind of in a diagonal line, straight line, with that side-to-side motion. And remember, you can get close to the tip of the pick with your pointer thumb, just like that. And you can also angle the pick a little bit by pushing that thumb over the pointer to get a little bit of an angle, so then it'll glide through the strings. Because if you're just straight on with the string, you can get stuck, but if you put a little bit of an angle on it, so you see the pick is, it's kind of like going like this right now. Let me get so right now that angle that I have, it's like that right there. Kind of like that. Yeah. And it's just a straight line, just like that. So we're just gonna do some of that alternate picking, down, up, down, up. And remember, if you're too close to the strings, then it's just gonna mute the noise right there. But so you need to be a little bit away from the string. So instead of being like this, you need to be a little bit away from the string. Next thing we'll do, let's start right here with the PM. So this is pointer middle. These two are pointer ring. This one's pointer pinky. So with pointer middle, we're going to go to the 5th fret with the pointer. Just keep that held down. Remember the minimal fret pressure. You don't need that much pressure. You can start with no pressure. Put a little bit of pressure. It'll be buzzing. And then you'll hear that clean, clear note. That's all the pressure you need. So we're going to go down, pointer on the 5th fret. Down. Then middle finger on the 6th fret of that same string. So we're on the thickest string. That'll be an up. So down, up. Pointer, middle. You can keep that pointer held down the entire time. Now we're going to change to the PR, which is the 5th fret and the 7th. So the pointer stays there on the 5th fret. Ring finger now on the 7th fret. So down, up. Pointer, ring, pointer, ring. And then the last one, pointer, pinky. We're going to go pinky on the 8th fret. So down, up, down, up. And you can cycle through all of those. So in one continuous thing, it'll be pointer, middle, pointer, ring, pointer, pinky. So down, up, down, up, down, up. Right here. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Pointer, middle, pointer, ring, pointer, pinky. That's that one right there. The next thing, we'll get some inside picking while changing the fingers. So same thing right here, but now we're on 2 different strings. We're going to be on the 6th and the 5th string. So pointer is going to stay on the 6th string. The middle, ring, and pinky will be all on the 5th string. So it'll be like this. Just like this. So we have pointer on the 5th, middle, 5th string now, 6th fret. Back to the 5th fret of the 6th string with the pointer. 7th fret of the 5th string. Back. And then 8th fret of the 5th string. 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 8. And if you see right here, these arrows, so this is the 6th or the 5th fret right here, and that arrow, it's pointing up from that thick string, and that's an upstroke right there. So we're going to pick upwards. That arrow right there, it's going down towards that 1st string, so that's a down strum. So if you see, we go up, down, up. Oh, stuff there. And then down. There we go. There we go. So we go up, down, up, down, up, down. So 5, 6, 5, 7, 5, 8. And this is inside picking, so our pick will be in between the strings. And then we're pretty much alternate picking, like we did it in the warm-up with the open, just like this. But now we're inside the strings. So instead of going for the 6th and the 5th string, instead of going down and going all the way underneath the 5th string for an up, down, up, instead of going way out of the way to strum those, we're in between the strings to go up, down, up, down. So we're going to go 6th string, 5th string, 6th string, 5th string, 6th string, 5th string. So you can just keep that pattern going back and forth. Same thing with this one. You can do that one back and forth. Next thing we'll do are trills. So right here, same thing, pointer middle with these 2, pointer ring with these 2, pointer pinky with those 2. So we're on the 5th fret still with the pointer. We're going to trill, and what a trill is when you fret and let go without strumming. So it's like this right here. All I'm doing, you can strum that first 5th fret right there. And then that middle finger goes down and up, down and up. That's just the 5th fret and the 6th fret. And that's why that 6 is in the parentheses, because that's what you're trilling to. You can even do that without strumming right there. Without strumming that 1st fret, or 1st note, I should say. Next one, pointer ring. It's just doing those, and then the last one is pointer and pinky. To make it even cleaner, you can also, with the thumb, what I was doing was muting, just lightly laying the thumb down on the 5th string all the way down to like the 4th, or you can just lay down on the 5th and 4th string, because you're not going to be tapping way down there, so it's just... So all you're doing, you just hold that pointer down, and either the middle ring or pinky just goes down, frets the note, and then you quickly pull off. You can even do it slower. It's just like that. So that's what these trills are right there. Now we'll go back over the natural harmonics. If you remember, just like how we mute, just lay your hand or finger directly over the fret wire on the 12th fret. Lightly lay your finger over that, and then you just strum. So right here, I'm strumming the first to the second and third strings. So super light pressure on that 12th fret wire on the right side, right here. Same thing on the 7th fret, right here, first to the third string. And that's with the natural harmonics. You can test that around, go to different strings, different frets, different orders, and put that after different power chords. Just get creative with that one. Next thing, tapping. We're just going to do a 5, 7, 12 tap right here. So on the third string, pointer on the 5th fret, ring finger on the 7th fret, and then that T over the 12, that's your tapping finger. So we're going to use our pointer finger on our picking hand now to tap the 12th fret of the third string. So you can just practice tapping that to get a nice clean sound. And then also same thing, just tap with that 5th fret pointer finger, ring finger 7th fret, 12th fret. And then you can get them all in an order, 5, 7, 12. So that, what I was doing there, I was going 5, 7, 12, and then pulling off of the 12 while still holding down up here on the 7 and 5. So then when I pull off from the 12, it does a 7, and when I pull off of the 7, it does a 5, because I'm just holding those fingers down still. So I do the 5th fret, hold that down, 7th fret, hold that down, 12, hold that down, flick off of the 12th fret, that's still being held down, so then it goes to the 7th fret, flick off the 7, that's still being held down, so then it goes back to the 5. You can also slide the taps. With that right there, I'm combining the natural harmonic. So I'm laying right here, actually, the tapping finger over that fret wire of the 12th fret on the right side, and then I'm tapping the 5, 7. So I'm just holding that harmonic, tapping 5, 7, and that's how I'm getting that noise right there. Okay, so now for the smooth criminal. Okay, the first thing we'll do right here, we'll go 5, 5th fret, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is on the 6th string, 5th fret, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Okay. After that, we're going to go back to the 3rd fret, so you can kind of slide right here back to the 3rd fret. So we go still 4 times with the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, slide back to the 3rd fret. Okay, after that, we'll add another 5th fret right here, so 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 5. Okay, after you get that one, we go up to the 7th fret twice. And this part right here that's highlighted will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And right there, that's just palm muted. If you remember palm muting, it's just this side, your pinky side of your picking hand, onto the strings, and as far back and as close to the bridge as you can be, but still on the strings. So that's the 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 5, 7, 7. This middle part right here, after that 7, 7, we go 5, 7, 8, 8. 5, 7, 8, 8. 5, 7, 8, 8. You can even do that with just your pointer right there. 5, 7, 8, 8. Just slides. So 5, slide 7, slide 8, 8. Okay. So combining the first part, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 5, 7, 7, 5, 7, 8, 8. Sounds like this. Last part, we'll get these two together because it's just the one note at the very end. After that 5, 7, 8, 8. So after this. So all that is 7, 8, 7. Go all the way back to the 3rd fret. And then you want to rest, so mute everything. And then there's a 5 at the very end, 5th fret. So 7, 8, 7, all the way back for the 3rd fret, and then up to the 5th fret after a rest. So 7, 8, 7, 3, rest 5. And then this whole thing right here will sound like this. So we'll go slow. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 5, 7, 7. 5, 7, 8, 8. 7, 8, 7, 3. Mute 5. Then all together. Full screen right here. So for the majority of that, you can just use your pointer. And I just use pointer ring here because you got to do that 5, 7 kind of quick. But other than that, you can kind of just get away with just the pointer mostly. And even with that, let me see, all pointer would be like... Yeah, it's doable. So it would be like this. 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 5, 7, 7, 5, 7, 8, 8, 7, 8, 7, 3, 5. That was all pointer right there. So that's the Smooth Criminal right there. That's the main theme of the song. Okay, so now we'll recap the Mortal Kombat. Part 1 sounds like this. That's the first measure right there. 2, 2, 5, 2, up 3, back down to 2, up to 5, 3, 2, 2, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3. And this was in the other video lesson, the previous one. Next one, 5, 5, up to 5, down to 5, up to 8, down to 5, up to 5, down to 5. So what that one will sound like. Now the next one highlighted, open, open 4, open 5, open 7, 5. And now this one, drop down to the 4th string. 3, 3, 2, 3, 5, 3, 5, 4. Then that one all together. Okay, part 2 now. And you know this one, so I'll just go through this one. Okay, so now we're on part 3. So this one's pretty interesting right here. You repeat the same thing 3 times. Okay, so this is the same thing each of those times highlighted. So we'll get this first one right here. So it sounds like this. So it's okay, and then how you do that one, we'll go these first two. We could actually, okay. So the first two, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 5th fret right here on the 2nd string. So I go pointer pinky for those two. And that I just go down, down. And then on the 3rd string, you go 2, 5. So 2nd fret, 5th fret. So 2, 5 on different strings, and then 2, 5 both on the 3rd string. Okay, once you get that one, it's 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. The next one, it's 2, 3. In that same pattern, 2, 5, 2, 5. So it's 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 3. That 2, 3 is on the 3rd string. Okay, after that, we do another 2, 5. So 2, 3, 2, 5 right there. So altogether we have 2, 5 on different strings. Then on the 3rd string, we have 2, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5. Same pattern right there. After that, we have just 3 more notes. It's just 2, 3, 0 on the 3rd string. And I go pointer, middle, and then open. And with that, for that open, I just relax my entire fretting hand. So all together with that one, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2, 3, open. Okay, so you just do that 3 times, and that's part 3. Now just the last measure right here. Okay, same 2, 5, 2, 5. All we need to do now is 2 quick opens. That's what it is. So it's open, open, and then open 2nd fret on the 3rd string. That's the last 4 that's highlighted right there. Open, 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 open 2. Open, open, open 2. Do-do, ba-ba-ba-bow. That's the entire last measure right there. 2, 5, 2, 5. Open, open, open 2. One more time with that one. A little bit slower. Okay, now all of part 3 right here. So we do that one 3 times. 2nd time. 3rd time. And now the 4th measure right here. And that's the end of the Mortal Kombat theme right there. So just keep practicing those. I'll see how you've been getting it. And then we can go over that in class and recap some of these that we've been doing in these video lessons. So have fun with that. And now we'll be on the drums. So see ya.
All right, hello Dayton. So now we're on the drums. So first off, we'll get some snare warm-up. Okay, right here. So we'll just be on the snare. We'll go high power, slow speed. So make sure your sticks, you're getting a huge wind-up for this. You're only using the wrist. So a huge wind-up, but with the wrist only. Okay, once you get that for a little bit, now we'll go medium power, medium speed. So instead of coming way up here with the stick, now we're going to bring it down. You have the same distance, same stick travel with both hands, same power. You can also add the kick if you want. Right there, I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So on all the ones, that's a kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we're going to go low power, high speed. So instead of being way up here with the high power, medium power, we're going to be way down here with low power. With the higher speed. Even faster if you get closer to the drum head. All right, so after that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna match the hands with the feet. So I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after those 4, you change from the right to left, just keep going back and forth. You can also keep that right, left going. And that's just pairing, so right with right hand, left foot with left hand. And you can also get the faster motion with the ankle. The ankle on the left. Just stuff like that. Now we'll get the doubles. So left hand on the snare, right hand is on the tom. So we're gonna go snare, left left, right right. Back to snare, middle tom. Back to snare, high tom. Or the opposite way, start with the right hand. And then come back around. You can also come back to the snare with the right hand, so get some cool things going with that one. Next thing we'll do, let's get this measure right here, the common fill. Snare high, low, low. So all that is just snare high, low, low. And I would do the right hand for the snare, left hand for the high. So you're free to come over here, because if you go left hand snare, right hand high, then that arm's in the way right there, unless you go underneath it. Whereas that's just free to go right there. And for this measure right here, the one before it that we didn't get to, we'll get this one right here. It's just the common beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So kick on 1, snare on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then into the common fill. Snare high, low, low. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up with your own part after that common fill. You would change the common fill to something else. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, you do flams, different things like that. Or do some doubles. So there's something like that, a little bit of an idea for just a common beat into a common fill, and some changes here and there. Okay, so now for the smooth criminal. This is the simplified version of the beat right here. So if you remember at the intro, it's that long build up, and then you have that sudden. So that's close hi-hat with the snare. And that's right there, that's highlighted. So it's long rest into a boom. And then the main beat right here. So we'll get the first measure. So the first 3. Kick with the closed hi-hat to a closed hi-hat with the snare. And then a closed hi-hat by itself right after that. That's 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, after that 1, 2, 3, now we have the next 2 right here. So the first 5, all that is closed hi-hat with the kick both times. Kick, snare, hi-hat, kick, kick. And that hi-hat closed, it's just constantly going. kick, snare, kick, kick. Okay, after the kick, kick right here that's highlighted, we get snare with the hi-hat closed and then a hi-hat closed by itself. Kick, kick, snare, then hi-hat by itself, and that constant hi-hat is going. Okay, the first full measure sounds like this. Bum dun 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 dun. Bum dun 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 dun. Kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. Kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. Kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. And if you see that pattern right there, that kick, kick, snare, hi-hat. So those four that's highlighted right there, that's the same on the next measure. Those first four, and almost the same as these last four also. So the first four of the next measure, it's same kick, kick, snare, hi-hat closed. So from what's highlighted on the first measure to the next measure, it's just kick, kick, snare, hi-hat, kick, kick, snare, hi-hat with that constant hi-hat. Kick, kick, snare, hi-hat, kick, kick, snare, hi-hat. That's without the hi-hat going. With the hi-hat going. Kick, kick, snare, kick, kick, snare. And then the hi-hats afterwards. So all together from the beginning of that first measure to the middle of the second one sounds like this. Bum, bum. So dun, 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 dun. So that's all that's highlighted right there. All we need now is the last four. Dun, 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 dun. It's the ending part of that theme. So another kick, kick, snare. Now we have an open hi-hat. That's the circle at the very end with a kick. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Kick, kick, snare, open hi-hat to a close, and then you close it right after. So all together, just listen for the kick, kick, snare. As you see, there's three of them right here. So there's the kick, kick, snare, hi-hat, kick, kick, snare, hi-hat, and then kick, kick, snare, open hi-hat with a kick at the very end. The only difference is that beginning, where it's just kick, snare, hi-hat. So right here we go at the start. 3, 2, 1. Bum bum. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Bum dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. And that's the simplified version of it right there. Just remember the single kick, single snare at the very beginning with the hi-hat, and then it's double kick, snare, hi-hat, double kick, snare, hi-hat, double kick, snare, and then kick with the open hi-hat at the very end. And then just when you start, it's that sudden snare with the closed hi-hat. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. All right, so now for the actual, what he does in the song. So it's still the same intro with the close hi-hat and the snare. But let me go to, okay, these first two. We do a kick with the hi-hat closed to a snare. And then we go left, right, left on the closed hi-hat. So what we have so far is bum, bum, kick with the closed hi-hat to a snare, right hand only. Left, right, left. Bum, dun, dun, dun. Bum, dun, dun, dun. And this one's really difficult, so just focus on the simplified version. I'm just showing you this one just so you can eventually get it. Bum, dun, dun, dun. Oh. So after that, we have 2 kicks with the closed hi-hat, right-handed. Bum, 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 So, and then after that, we're going to add this snare with the closed hi-hat. So we have kick with the closed hi-hat to a snare right hand, left, right, left on the closed hi-hat, kick with the closed hi-hat twice, to both hands with the closed hi-hat and the snare. After that, both hands on the hi-hat and the snare. We go right, left, closed hi-hat. Okay, and that's the first full measure right there. After that, now on this measure right here, we get another. So all that is just kick with the hi-hat, kick with the hi-hat, snare with the little pauses in between. So we're up to there now, almost done with this part. One more time, slowly. After that, so we're up to here now. And then we go. Okay, so we go after that. Dun, dun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 hi-hats closed right here. Let me just put that right there. So 6 right there for the hi-hats from here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when you do those kicks right here, it's going to be a right hand. Let's put that there. Okay. So let me start at the beginning of this measure, and then we'll get the 6 right hands with the closed hi-hat. So it goes kick, kick, 1, 2, and then on the third one, it's a kick, 4, 5, 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's on the third and the fifth one. It's the kick. And then after the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Then we go right on the snare, and then right to an open hi-hat with the kick. So that last measure right there, fully, what's highlighted. All right, so there's that one. Well, I'll go that one a little bit slower, just right here. So we got kick, kick, both hands with the snare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right hand snare, right hand open hi-hat with the kick. Kick, snare, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now from the beginning for this difficult one. So it starts right here with the close hi-hat and the snare. And now with the main beat right here, slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it a little bit faster right there. So there's a lot of changing the hands and pauses and stops and goes. So for that one, just really focus on the simplified beat right there. But then that main one is there for you to get down. And then we'll recap the Man in the Mirror fully in class, but just for right now, let's get the pattern 1 and 2. These are the things that go through the entire song pretty much. They last the majority of the song. So pattern 1, if you remember from the last video lesson, it's just kick, kick, snare, kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6 is just the hi-hat. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And just remember that hi-hat, it's just constantly going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 7 and 8 and. 7, snare with the hi-hat. 8, kick with the hi-hat. And then an extra fast kick right after. And that's all of pattern 1. Kick, kick, snare, kick, hi-hat, hi-hat, snare, kick, kick. Pattern 2, this is the one where it's just in the middle. It's just snare, kick, 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 snare. So beats 1 and 2 have nothing but the hi-hat. Also beat 8 has nothing but the hi-hat. It's just beats 2 through 7. That's snare, kick, 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 snare. So pattern 2 is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just hi-hat, hi-hat, snare, kick, 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 snare, hi-hat. Hi-hat, hi-hat, snare, kick, 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 snare, hi-hat. And that hi-hat is just constantly going. So the hi-hat is with the kicks and the snares. So now just pattern 1 and 2 back to back. It'll sound like this, and it just keeps repeating through most of the song. It'll be like this slowly. Kick, kick, snare, kick, hi-hat, hi-hat, snare, kick, kick, hi-hat, hi-hat, snare, kick, 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 snare, hi-hat. A little bit faster. 3, 2, 1. And just a little bit faster just for fun. All right. So there we go with that one. So just mainly focus on that simplified smooth criminal beat right here. And if you wanted the more in-depth The Man in the Mirror, just remember that was from last video lesson. And if you want to try that main beat with the constant pauses and right hand, left hand, switch in, and all that. So Just remember, just the simplified, and then those warm-ups, just get those down, and then just have fun practicing that. And I'll see you the next time you're at the studio. See ya.